Hello everyone and welcome back to Top Grade. My name is Spencer Miller and today I'm so excited to introduce you to a brand new selection of books for Canadian high school readers for the spring 2024 season. Let's get started. Our first books today are two standout graphic novels. Age 16 from Manic Press is written and illustrated by Rosanna Fung. This poignant coming-of-age graphic novel explores the relationship between mothers and daughters across generations in a story that stretches from Guangdong to Hong Kong to Toronto. 16-year-old Mei-Lan is preparing for prom in a Y2K Toronto and is always at odds with her mother and grandmother who feel overbearing and put a lot of pressure on her life. The story starts to weave through history and time to share with us glimpses of what life was like for the mother and grandmother in Guangdong in 1950 and in Hong Kong in 1970, and we see that these three women have a lot more in common than they even realize. Each has battled against the standards of size, gender, race, and beauty in order to find their worth. This book feels like a gift. Rosanna Fung pulls from her own family history to help tell the story, which feels incredibly vulnerable and generous. Every single panel and page of this comic is illustrated and colored with love. You can just feel it oozing off the page. This is a graphic novel with something to say, something that'll stay with our students. It's worth our close study and attention. Burning Cold, an Inuit and Dene comics collection from Arvik Press, features stories from Rachel and Sean Kitswalik Tinsley and Richard Van Camp. This unique graphic anthology collects a series of comics and illustrated short stories from renowned Indigenous creators. Each story has a northern focus, exploring life and beyond in the Arctic. Go on a field trip with a group of students to an abandoned mine, time travel on the back of a wolverine, swim with shapeshifters beneath the ice, and travel through the skies with aliens. There's great variety to this collection. Some of these stories are traditional tales, some take a look at present life in the North, and others take a look into the future and imagine what it would be like. This anthology is a great fit for any Indigenous Studies class or geography course that's taking a look at life in the North. What I love about it is that each of these stories really holds up on its own. You could pull it out and study them individually, or take the time to read through the entire collection with your students and see the connections that they make between stories along the way. Next up are two young adult novels with really strong and memorable protagonists. Crash Landing from Manic Press is written by Lee Charmaine Ann. This YA debut, set in Vancouver 2010, is an ode to senior year, friendships, queer identity, and growing up in an immigrant community. New to skateboarding, Jay is enthralled when she meets Ash, another girl skater who's confident, independent, and can land any trick. Ash introduces Jay to a whole new lifestyle, and while she appears to be holding a secret, their relationship starts to blend between friendship and something more. This book is a fascinating look at the way that teenagers develop a sense of identity, crashing through life and absorbing things from the people around them. I think that Jay is a really honest and real and totally cool protagonist. She made me want to learn how to skateboard, a secret desire I've been harboring since my teenage years. But more than that, I think that she is a character that is going to be really relatable for some readers and also challenge a lot of teen readers, so I can't wait for everyone to meet her. The End of Always from Second Story Press is written by Rebecca Phillips. This YA novel covers a lot of familiar themes like grief, first love, friendship, family, independence, but it does so through telling a truly unique story. Since Isabel's mom died, her dad won't stop preparing for the end of the world, literally. Losing himself to his apocalyptic anxiety, he decides to move Isabel and her little sister to Endurance Ranch, a survivalist community in the middle of nowhere. A boy named Dane makes Isabel's life at the ranch better, but she realizes it's going to be up to her to save her sister and herself from a life cut off from society. Isabel is a strong and memorable protagonist, taking her future into her own hands. Her reactions to her situation throughout the story feel very raw and honest. This book challenges young readers to think about the power that young people have. What say do they have in their own futures? It also challenges teen readers to ask difficult questions, like what do young people do when the adults in their lives are failing them? And our final book for today is an exciting new play from Playwrights Canada Press. Shorelines, from Playwrights Canada Press, is written by Mishka Levine. This non-linear and poetic play about family and community in a world ravaged by climate change is like a warning from the future. Set in a small military-occupied community that's run out of water, 17-year-old twins Alex and Evan survive scavenging items from abandoned buildings. Their story mixes with that of a local politician and their aging grandmother to help readers understand how the world came to be this way. This play explores ideas around climate justice, examining the inequalities of disaster response. It takes a look at the ways that poorer communities are always disproportionately affected by natural disasters. It's so valuable to find a play written specifically for young people that explores themes that are relevant and current and on the minds of our high school students. This book has a really powerful message about how the actions that we make today will affect future generations and how we can find hope in the relationships that we build with the people around us. And those are all of our books for today. On behalf of the Association of Canadian Publishers, thank you so much for watching. We hope that you'll like the video, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also make sure to share the video with a teacher friend of yours. We also want to give a big thank you to Ontario Creates for their continued support of the Top Grade program.